Hey guys, Coop here. Just a minute. Mr. Troll, this one's for you, buddy. Hope that just turns your stomach, makes you run to the toilet and puke every damn thing you ate for lunch up, buddy. Or dinner or breakfast or whatever the hell you ate before you clicked on this video. Sorry about that, guys. Now back to the topic. Running across the news today, and they were talking about this 6-year-old kindergarten student that local principal had arrested for hitting and kicking him. Alright, I firmly believe what he did was right. I mean, they didn't put him in handcuffs, they didn't take him off to jail, which personally I think they should have. What else is going to scare the child? I mean, today's society is so far morally screwed up that children today have no consequences for their actions, period. They don't get butt whoopings at home. They go to school, they get in trouble. Wow, that's a 3-day vacation. We get suspended, we get to be out of school for 3 days and have fun. So yeah, I think they should have handcuffed his little butt, took him 30 minute jail cell for 24 hours. You know, and a lot of people might disagree, might think that that's a little too harsh. Well, you know, on down the road, maybe that one little 24-hour staying and being in them cold steel cuffs, that kid it will sink into that kid's brain enough to think, oh man, I don't want to ever have to go through that again. So maybe I won't do what I did to have that done to me. Because the way society is now, children don't have hardly any discipline at home. A parent can't spank their kids because they're scared they're going to go to jail for it. Teachers, principals can't discipline students because it's against the law. So what else is there to make a kid mind? It's already been a proven fact that all these tree-hugging, tough love idiots don't know what they're talking about. Look at all the countless kids out there today that's getting in trouble constantly. They've got a report here. Albuquerque alone, 90,000 students were arrested between 2009 and 2010. In Texas, an estimated 300,000 kids were given misdemeanors in 2010. That number included children as young as 6 years old. 6 years old, already getting in trouble by the law. Man, at 6 years old, I'd have been terrified. If I'd have gotten in trouble by the law at 6 years old, my backside would have been so sore for a month I wouldn't be able to sit down. And kids today don't get that kind of treatment. I grew up just fine. No broken bones, no mental scars, well-rounded in society. I get along with everybody. I respect my elders. But I believe firmly that America has gotten away from its roots so far because people are scared. Our forefathers didn't intend for our nation to go into this direction. Our forefathers, you know, they founded this nation on a strong moral, biblical belief. You know, I do believe in God. I do believe in hell. I'm not going to sit here and pull punches and say, hey, look, you know, look at me. I'm go to church every weekend, you know, every Sunday. I worship. I give 10% tithes, because I don't. I worship in my way. You know, my mom was a Baptist minister for over 30 years. So nobody's going to sit there and quote the Bible to me. I know just as much about the Bible as most everybody else does. But I choose to worship in my way. And when the Bible says, spare the rod, spoil the child, that's exactly what you're doing. Sparing the rod, spoiling the child. Let's recap that for a minute. What's one of the most popular topics in the news nowadays? Trayvon Martin. Classic example. If this kid respected his elders, he would have took his little butt on home. He wouldn't have attacked George Zimmerman. He would have went on home. and called the law if he was scared. But you got all these people out there sitting there, oh, that poor child. For one, he wasn't a child. He was a 17-year-old young man. But that's another story for another time. Let's get back to this 6-year-old child. All right. The principal, had him arrested because he was kicking him and threatening other people. And he's done it with other kids and other other teachers. Heck, it was his first day back to school from being suspended. Ding ding, don't that tell you something, people? Society, these tree-hugging, tough love people, they're just a bunch of fanatics that are getting their way. And everybody's going to come up with all these psychologists, professors, and all these papers written on this. Bullcrap. It is not okay to play tough love with some children. Some children you can treat with respect and they'll learn. Some kids are just so damn hard-headed you can't get nothing through to them except by using a belt or a paddle. That's just the plain simple fact of it is. And now you have more of these kids getting outrully and ungovernable because society has taken punishment away from the parents. We need more parents to stand up to these laws. Because I'll tell you right now, my wife was using the bathroom the other day, and this woman didn't know she was in there, and she took her child in there to pop her on the butt because her child was misbehaving. Wife comes out of the stall, and the first thing the lady says is, "Ma'am, I'm so sorry, you're not going to call the police on me." Since when in society has that been a common question for a parent to ask a citizen after just popping their kid on the butt? That had just blew me away when my wife told me that. And she looked at the lady and she says, "Ma'am, it's none of my business what you do with your child. You're the one that's got to sleep with your consequences at night. I firmly believe if the child deserves something, did something wrong enough to be deserved to be punished for it physically, yeah, by all means, it's your child. Pop them on the butt." Now, don't get me wrong. My wife's not saying go beat your child half to death. My wife was basically just stating, look, if a child needs his butt pop it. But anyway, guys, I'm going to put the link to the story down below. You guys go check it out. It's just really a shame that our country has gotten so far away from its biblical roots and allowing this stuff to happen. And I'm not going to sit here and blame one specific group of people because there's so many groups out there that have gotten us to this point that there's no way that we're ever going to get around it unless we stand up. Anyway, guys, I just thought you'd be interested in knowing about this story. I'm going to put the links, like I said, below. Y'all go check it out. It's pretty informative. You guys have any comments or questions, put it below. I'll be more than happy to talk to you about it and get back to you. And I just want to thank everybody that supports my channel, watches my videos. I've said it again, said it before. If it wasn't for you guys, there would be no Mr. Coop, and I really appreciate it. And pretty much, guys and gals, with that being said, old Coop's going to say, Coop out.